like to usually keep them 15, 20 minutes, so nothing too crazy.
Cool.
So, well, but with you guys, that's going to be
6 or
easy
7.
to do.
I mean, the too crazy part, I'm pretty sure we can get there.
Dial him back. Dial him back now. Because once he gets going.
I like this. Let's get crazy.
No, let's not. Let's not.
You know?
No, that's
It's just about to be Jacob and Jingleheimer here, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good
Yeah.
segue into what we're doing today. So on today's episode of the Big Access Podcast, we've got John, we've got Jacob, and they're all over here calling me Jingleheimer. So we got John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, Smith.
Smith behind the camera right
Yeah,
there. We got
dude.
our controlling our audio.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a solid dad joke.
You're welcome.
I like that a lot.
Feel free to use
when
that.
you said that the first
Yeah.
time, dude, I lost it.
It went very unappreciated earlier when I said it, and I felt a little down. I was like, come on.
Dude, I've never been so proud to have a dealer like you guys as a PDK partner right now.
Thank you for saying
that was
that.
Yeah.
amazing.
Appreciate it.
That was really good. In fact, we've got I love dad jokes. That's what happens when I'm a father of 2. Shout out to my little kids. They don't watch this. They will definitely find this boring. But
Oh, yeah.
but they love the dad jokes, and so every morning our marketing team we'll do a marketing stand-up where we will sit down and we'll go over what our days look like, make sure that we're on track to finish up our sprints, and just make sure that we're generating the right content in the right orders, all that fun stuff. But we end every single one of them with a dad joke book, and I in fact, just had a new dad joke book arrive this morning to start going through some
that's the
extra
best.
dad jokes. So
My favorite dad joke is I got one daughter. I got one kid. And I tell her that she's my favorite daughter all the time. And she always
Yes.
responds.
Dude, I do the same thing,
Yeah.
man. They're like, Dad, who's your favorite kid? Well, I'm like, well, you're my favorite
yeah.
daughter. You're my favorite son.
Yeah. So she, for Father's Day, she got me the shirt that says, my favorite daughter got me this shirt.
Dude,
And
that's awesome.
I was like, oh, she's picking it up. She's learning.
Let's see. Today's dad joke that we had was, why do nurses carry red pens? It's so they can draw blood whenever they need to. That's good, right? That's good. So I love it.
I like that. Yeah.
Anyways, the names are factual. We do have John and we do have Jacob here from Fortress Security down in the Dallas, Texas area. Now, you guys have come a long ways here to Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys are here on some on kind of a pleasure trip, and so it just kind of worked out that you guys were here. You come stop by the headquarters, and we had to get you on the Big Access podcast.
You guys have an awesome place. We're honored to be here.
Well,
We
thank
appreciate
you
you
guys.
having us, and thanks for the water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. Stay hydrated.
I will, yeah.
Yeah, we've got some hot temperatures going on right now, but we'll have some monsoons
I mean, it's
running.
it's cool here compared to where we came from.
Yeah.
It
What
was
was the
100,
temp?
109 yesterday?
Yeah,
Was it really?
107, I think. Yeah.
Jeez, and you guys have humidity too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We thought it'd be drier here.
Yeah. With all these monsoons that we've got coming through right now, it is kind of bringing in a little bit more moisture in the air than we're used to. So it's definitely feeling a little bit warmer than what we're.
I was pretty happy with the moisture, though. I kind of hoping we get a little bit of rain towards the end of the day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of rain and storms, John, we've got to talk. So, John here, he really gets into storms. He's a weather nerd, that is for sure. And I got to learn this because, what was it? It was a few months ago. We flew out to you guys, actually, and we filmed a case study with you guys. So anybody's familiar with Rock Fitness case study, that's these guys who did it. So we loved hanging out with these guys for a day, but we flew down there, and John called me the day we were supposed to fly out. He's like, don't plan on going home the next day. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, we got tornadoes in the area. And here I am just going, oh, no, we're going to be totally fine. But as we were filming the case study with you guys, all of our phones start going nuts, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, man, our flight did get canceled due to the weather. And the weather was fine at that moment, so I was like, what is happening? Jordan, who's behind the camera here, he's just like, his face just went pale, and he's just like, oh, no, we're stuck here. And so I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to find another
Hey, there's worse places to be stuck than Dallas.
There definitely are worse places, right? I could be in some really, really bad places. I actually love Texas, so that was good. But one of the craziest things happened to me at that moment. That's when John looks at me and he goes, you want to go storm chasing?
He had a little twinkle in his eye when he asked you, too. I
it
saw
was
it.
like he was so excited.
Yeah.
He's like geeking out. Yes, tornado warning.
Oh,
John is an amateur storm chaser. On the side of being just a fantastic integration partner. You go and you chase storms. you go put yourself in danger.
Try not to, but
Well, I'll tell you what, that night that I just randomly got in a car with a stranger and we drove to Oklahoma chasing tornadoes.
Yeah.
that was
You had
one
a
of the
helmet on
best-
though, right?
Well, of course we had
Yeah.
to put on helmets. And we had to get everything. When I got in the car, so John, we finished filming the case study. Everything went well, and you guys got to see that out on our YouTube channel. But then John's like, hey, are you serious? You want to go? I'm like, yes, I have to go tornado chasing. Of course, I then text my wife, and she just responds with a hell no. And I'm like, sorry, I'm going. Don't worry. This guy's a professional. He's only totaled 6 cars in his life chasing these things. But so it was great. And so John goes and he rents a car, and he comes and picks me up, and then he starts doing the whole rundown, the whole safety protocol. And at that moment, I'm like, bro, this is way more serious than I thought it was going to be. So it was.
We had
it was
fun.
right, dude.
We had
that
fun.
night was so much
Yeah.
fun.
It's a good
Saw some
time though.
cool
It
stuff.
really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went the first time, he was like, "Hey, bring your hard hat." And then I got confused. The same look you got. Like, what do
Yeah,
you mean my hard hat? He's like, "Well, yeah, you got in your
I'm
truck,
not.
right?"
We're not driving into the tornado, are we?
Oh yeah.
no. But
Well,
There's been.
we're driving in the way of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, some of the hail that we ended up hitting. That. I mean, now I understand why you go and rent a car when you go do it, because that hail is insane, right?
well, they that storm that we were on, the hail ended up being 4-inch hail.
yeah,
The storm
yeah.
that we were falling behind.
dude,
So
that is crazy. But
we got to see that beautiful green glow of a hailstorm.
it was stuff that you will never ever get to see that here in Utah, and so that was a really cool experience. And then Jordan didn't come with us, but I come back to find out that Jordan got to experience all of the tornado warning sirens and the winds blowing through, and there's like cracking his window in the hotel room. He got to experience more than we did.
We should have just went to the hotel room with him.
We should have. So, but that was a riot of a night. It was fun. It was,
That was great.
Power's out everywhere. We're all over the road.
So we had a tornado touchdown in the neighborhood that night.
yeah,
Remember we went by there because the power
we
lines
did.
were down,
Yep.
and we didn't see a whole lot of damage.
Yeah,
just
you
a
were
couple
bragging
down
about being
power
the
lines.
only house with a generator.
We gotta have a generator during tornado season.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the windmill at the entrance. We came in through the back side of the neighborhood, but the windmill in the front of the neighborhood was gone.
Was it?
It was just a couple of sticks sticking out of the ground.
That's crazy.
So yeah, there was a tornado that touched down there, and then one that touched down on Preston. Both small. Remember when we were on the phone that my friend Brandon called and
yeah.
said, "I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a tornado on Preston."
yeah.
That he was a mile from where that one touched down.
Oh man, that's
But
cool.
At night, it's so hard to tell in the
Oh,
middle
yeah.
of it, and it's dark. Yeah.
So what made you get into tornadoes?
You
and
know,
storm
I
chasing?
had a close call when I was a kid with a tornado, and it terrified me. And I've
Been chasing that high
been
ever
terrified since. Yeah. And I don't know, just it's as exciting as it is terrifying.
Oh, I'll tell you what, man. It was a crazy night where I'm just like, this guy is speaking words that I don't know what they mean. He's like supercell, Nostradamus, and I'm sitting here making up terms now, but that's what it sounded like.
Did
I'm
he
like,
pull up his
I
phone
don't
with,
know
like,
if this guy is actually like saying stuff he knows about. He sounds legit, but these could totally be words that are made up.
pull up his phone with like 2 different split screen maps?
Not
and-
only did he pull up his phone with the maps, he also had live streams from this other professor guy who was like chasing the same
the
storm that
Dominator?
we were. And then he
Yeah.
had like this big DSLR camera that we mounted to the windshield so that we can catch the storm. And then he throws a GoPro at me. He's like, yeah, here's your vlogging camera. I'm like, we're doing a vlog?
You can't have too many cameras.
yeah, you
Dude,
know?
it was amazing, dude. It was such a fun night.
Because
Yeah.
if something awesome happens, everybody's gonna be like, "Pixar, it didn't happen,
Hey.
right?"
Well, dude, I will say, John did
Two is
then
one,
send
one
me
is
some
none.
pictures
Yeah.
afterwards. The
Yeah.
things that we couldn't see in person, but the camera picked up.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The camera does pick up a whole lot more. It's really crazy. We saw the video that when we went chasing. We looked at the video afterwards, and I didn't see that,
Yeah.
and it was there, plain as day, right in front of our face. But
That's
when you're in
wild.
the moment, and
It's
you're,
overwhelming. There's a
Yeah.
lot to process.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't see everything that's happening.
even though it's right there.
Well, I'll tell you, that was by far the coolest business meeting I've ever been a part of. So
Well, we appreciated you guys coming down and helping us. And
that was a lot of fun.
That was
man.
a big deal
It-
for us.
It was a lot of
Thank
fun,
you.
and that's one of the cool things that we love to do as a marketing team is we love to put together these case studies, actual real life stories of where PDK has been installed, why it's been installed, and how the end user has a good experience with it. I mean, Marilyn, freaking sweetest lady ever. Loved her. She had a great testimonial to give. You guys gave great testimonials, and it was just fun putting together this whole project to hear why people actually love PDK. Because, I mean, we sit here and we promote PDK all day, every day, and, you know, we have an extremely biased opinion of PDK, but when we actually get to hear it from you guys and from the end users that it is as good as we say it is, it's just, you know, it makes me feel good.
We've never had a manufacturer step up and support us the way you guys do. Yeah. And our clients feel the same way because you guys give us 24-hour tech support.
We do.
Because you guys give us products that are always in stock. If a client has a problem, we can get a replacement. We can give them a same-day replacement. Because you guys give us so much support, we're able to give our clients a level of support that we can't with other manufacturers. And they love us for it, and they love you, and it's great.
They do love you with those videos.
Well, good. See, here's another guy talking about our marketing. So I
use those videos after an install, after I give them the training and give them the hands-on. I send them the videos in case you forget. Here's the YouTube link. This will teach you everything you just forgot.
Yeah.
Because let's be real. Once you learn something, and you're, oh, okay, and then you go about your business, and you go back to play with it. Wait, what did he do? How is this? And then, you know, oh, I got a video I can refer to.
Well, that's one of the things, you know, one of the big reasons why we made these. And he's referring to our How to Manage Your PDK System playlist that we created, that probably dropped about a year ago. But ultimately what it is it's a bunch of different videos that highlight the most popular scenarios that you'll use with your ProdataKey app, where you'll go through and it shows you how to add users, how to add groups, how to create the rules, really managing your whole system. There's definitely a little humor into it. We like to humanize security. Forever, it seems like
we know that the videos work.
Yeah,
because I have clients who call in and say, "Hey, can you send me that video again? I'm trying to add a user." And I'm like, "Oh, I can help you with that right now." "Oh, no need. Just send me that link that you sent me." It's like, okay, I'll send it to you right now. So we know the videos are working. We know that the clients love them.
We've had that's a big part about the reason why we did it is we wanted to make sure that people see that, you know what, we are humans too, and you guys are humans. We want to make sure that you are enjoying your access control system.
I think the jokes in it really do make it feel more human. It's not like a staged production, like here's what it is, cut and dry. No, you throw that little touch to it, the little dad joke in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's helpful. When I forget sometimes, I'm like, let me go back and watch the videos, and I'm chuckling, you know.
You can only do this with PDK. Because most people do not enjoy their access control system.
There
to be funny about access control, you have to have an access control platform that's fun to begin with. Dude. PDK is fun. People love using it. It's a delight to use. The interface is so simple, so straightforward that clients love using it. And we sell a lot of products. We sell a lot of good products.
Yeah.
We have a lot of manufacturers we work with that are great brands, but they are not all fun to work with. PDK is fun to work with. It's simple and it's fun.
And it works. I like that.
Extremely helpful, 24 hours a day. I think I called at 1 a.m. Someone answered.
Did you?
I have called late.
That's pretty cool.
Late. Platinum, I've called late, and they helped. And I apologize because I knew it was the middle of the night, and I needed to get it done. And, it was my last one of the day so that I could go home, or last one of the week so that I could go home. And it was when we were doing that big push where what was it? How many you said? 30?
I don't remember, but
it was so many that we did in a 2-week time span, and our clients were like, "Hey, come get it done whenever you want. Lock it up. Obviously, it'll be locked when you leave." So I was having some trouble. Made a phone call, found out what the issue was. We were able to rectify it, get it solved.
At 1 in the morning.
We're a brand new dealer too, and you guys were treating us like gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Everybody who has ever listened to this podcast, it seems like I have to bring this up every other episode, but we are partner fanatics here. We want to make sure that you guys are having a fantastic experience because ultimately you want to make sure that your customers are wanting that fantastic experience, right? We are a representation of your business, and vice versa. And so your customer needs to be able to build that trust and that relationship with you. And you can't do that with a manufacturer who doesn't feel the same way. So, that's exciting to hear that you guys really take advantage of that.
We couldn't meet our brand promises if you guys weren't meeting yours. You guys have allowed us to offer more and promise more and deliver more.
That is so cool.
I can do after-hours work because a lot of these places are businesses. So throughout the day, they got customers coming and going. And when you got a business, you don't want to see a guy on a ladder, dirty, cutting stuff up. a lot of these businesses let me work after hours. Well,
Yeah.
with your support after hours, it has been phenomenally helpful.
That's cool. So he's referring to our 24-hour tech support, which we offer for all certified dealers. So if you are still kind of on the fence about joining PDK, that is a huge benefit for our partners that is offered. And to become certified with PDK, it's a really easy process. We do a online, on-demand, at your own pace training course that you just go to accesscontrol101.com. You create your account, you pay for the course, and we send you everything that you need for a full single-door system. The course then walks you through through installing that system, everything you need to know, and then you're certified with PDK. You get all sorts of cool benefits like the 24/7 support. We also get you better pricing on your hosting subscriptions, so you can pass those on. You generate additional recurring revenue, whatever you need to do there. We also send priority leads your way once you hit gold and platinum level status. You guys are definitely a platinum customer for us. You guys have been doing quite a bit, and we really appreciate everything that you guys have done.
Well, and that training is no joke. I mean, it gets you familiar with the product, but part of that training is Dallin teaching sales, and
that is true.
That course on there is every bit of what you'd get for a high-dollar sales seminar.
No, it really
gets
is.
right down to the nuts and bolts of it, and that's a valuable thing.
Yeah,
And
that's really cool.
I
That's
like
a great
our
point.
I have all installers go through that. Not that they're doing sales.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
everybody should understand customer reactions as well as Dallin is explaining in that video.
Yeah, I had to
because
do that.
no matter who you are, you need to understand what matters to the customer and how to communicate what matters to the customer. And Dallin does a great job teaching that in that lesson.
That's good.
We love it.
That's good. I really like to hear that. Yeah, we do all the basic access control on there, from everything low voltage related. We do the basic sales and advanced sales as well, getting that taken care of. We do an online webinar every other Thursday to really help you guys learn new ways to sell PDK, ways to generate recurring revenue with PDK, and then the whole technical certification thing. I mean, we are firm believers that knowledge is power, and that the more that you know, the more you are going to be able to, better sell the product and better represent your business at that point.
It works.
It works wonderful. Yeah, we've all had to do the sales one, and it helps when I'm going to a customer and they're on the fence, but they went with it. They have more doors they want to add. It helps me to, sell the product. Just tell them, like, look, this is how easy it is. This is how simple it is. If you want to add your other doors, we can totally do that in the future, or we can do that now. I mean, and with you guys' being able to get products to us super fast, it's been amazing.
That's good. We also believe in no supply chain shortages.
You guys have inventory when nobody else does. I don't know how you do it, but you always have the inventory we need.
We've got a great supply chain team. I'll say that. So shout out to Brad Nottingham.
We're grateful.
Yes.
Extremely grateful. And your RMA guys, your tech support, I mean, got an RMA out overnighted and got it the next day so I could get this customer up and running with minimal downtime.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I'm really surprised. When I call up, I don't have to hear that automated message. We're closed. Please call back during our normal business hours.
No, usually you get to leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
Leave a voicemail, have them call you back in 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, man, it's like 48 seconds you guys called back.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't even think he didn't call back. He answered.
He answered. That's what we're talking about.
He didn't even sound like I woke him up in the middle of the night. He just answered, which I was quite impressed. I was like, all right, I appreciate it. And walked me through the steps, told me what was the issue, and we got it solved.
That's so cool. Guys, I want to talk a little bit more about this case study that we did when we were there. So a little bit of background information on this case study. It is a 24/7 gym, which PDK thrives on. We've been installed on a ton of these 24-center gyms, and it was a lot of fun going down there and hearing it from the gym owners themselves about why they like PDK as a solution. So it's just a single door solution, nothing too crazy, but they use mobile credentials that they can then issue to all their members to be able to gain access, right? So when you were reached out to by Marilyn over there at Rock Fitness, tell me about the process of why PDK was recommended and ultimately what helped close the deal there.
So Marilyn had a system that she loved, and it was a system with another provider that was mostly a software company, and they had a nice piece of software. It was decent, and a lot of their customers loved the software, but they did not have hardware to match. The software is only half of an access control system the hardware was not decent, and ultimately the company ceased to exist.
Yeah.
So these clients that had that system, one day they had an access control system, and the next day they got a letter saying
no more
that they
access
don't.
control system.
Right.
Yep.
So nobody thinks about counterparty risk when you're choosing an access control manufacturer.
Yeah.
But a lot of manufacturers come and go, and this happened, and it was heartbreaking for all these customers
Oh, yeah.
who were using the technology. And we never sold the technology, we never recommended it, but we were the installation partner for the state of Texas. And that company called and said, John, if you'll just reach out to all these clients, we're going to give you the list of every client you've interacted with. If you'll find them a home someplace so that they're not high and dry, there's nothing we can do. Our office is going to have 0 employees in it by the end of the week.
Well,
We're
kudos to
we're
them
done.
for at least still wanting to take care of
They
people.
cared about the clients.
Yeah.
The business model it didn't work.
Yeah.
So when I called Marilyn, it was a follow-up to a call she got from her access control provider letting her know that the services were no longer available. And she was devastated.
Oh, yeah.
She's running a business. The last thing she wanted to do is spend time thinking or working with access control. Access control, when it works, it's a small part of what you do. It's not something you ever want to be focused on as a business owner. So she was devastated, and we told her we had the perfect solution, that we had something that offered everything that the other solution offered in terms of software and more, and it had the hardware to match. And we guaranteed that she was going to love it. We made her an amazing deal on it to take care of her, and she said, let's do it. Let's just make it happen. So it wasn't something she was excited about.
No.
But a week later, she's thrilled. She calls. I didn't know what I didn't have. She's like, this system's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'll give you an example. And this is a big deal for gym owners because a lot of gym owners, you go to a Lifetime gym, there's a staff there.
Yeah.
Gold's Gym or whatever. I don't know if they're still in business, but a lot of gyms are it's a doctor that has a gym on the side, or it's a lawyer who has a gym. A lot of gyms are created by professionals that's their second source of income, is creating a gym. And they don't go to the gym every day. They don't spend time at the gym. They sign up memberships and they give access, and they may not be there during the day. So one problem that gyms have is that you may, sell John Smith an access credential, but then he takes his access control username and password, and he has 6 of his friends download the app and use his username and password, and now they all have access to the gym.
That sounds very secure.
And it's, I hate to tell you some of the things that the way some other access control systems work, but they're not all secure. And credential security is a big deal. But a lot of cloud-based access systems, if you share your username and password, you can share your credential.
Yeah.
And that was something that was plaguing a lot of these gyms on this other platform. So, if you sell 100 members and there's 300 people using the gym, then all the people who are actually paying for it show up to use equipment that's already being used. It destroys the business model.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just an inconvenience. It's an existential threat to the business's success. So she had that problem. And with PDK, as you know, you cannot share credentials.
No, you cannot.
You cannot share. If you break your phone and get a new phone, you have to request a new credential. You can't move the credential from a phone you own to another phone you own, let alone to a third party.
Right.
So it gives the gym owners the ability to control who has access to the gym. It actually gives them the control part of access control.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that she loved, because she had that problem and she thought it was a necessary evil to have a software that works the way she wanted to work in the cloud. She thought that was just something you had to live with. And when she got on PDK, she learned that it didn't have to be that way.
No, absolutely.
And she loved it. Immediately, she solved a lot of her gym problems. And then the reporting. She has certain situations in the gym where things are not put back the way they're supposed to be, or not whatever. She go back, look at her camera footage. She can go on the logs and see who's there. Maybe there was 3 or 4 people there. She doesn't know exactly what happened. She can set up reports where she gets a notification if any one of those people enter the gym. And that allows her to look on her cameras and to monitor things. And so even though she's not at the gym every day, she's able to accomplish the things that she could accomplish by being there, leveraging her camera technology and her access control technology.
That is so cool. I mean, yeah, you think about all of the issues and the really the liabilities that she was taking on beforehand that PDK was able to come in and just squash. immediately.
Security and convenience have always been a trade-off.
They
You know,
have.
It's a balloon.
Yeah.
You want more security, you get less convenience. You want more convenience, you get less security.
A whole lot less.
And some of these new technologies, and PDK is a prime example. You guys are making security an asset. You're removing liabilities and adding an asset. So not only are you getting security, but you're also getting all these cloud-based tools that you can leverage for business success. So you're actually gaining more convenience. So in her case, she does not have to go to the gym as many times as she used to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So that allows her to have a business and own a business without the business owning her, because she has these technology tools to leverage her efforts. So it turns that access control to the ultimate asset.
That is so cool. So cool. I mean, that's ultimately what PDK is here to do, is to help protect life and property, but also to make life a lot easier on the management staff, and be able to let them be able to manage it wherever they're at on the go, and be able to really ultimately receive a little bit more freedom in their lives. So that's awesome. Well, guys, I have to thank you a ton for coming and stopping by the office. I know you guys just flew in a little bit ago, come over here on your way to your final destination. So thank you a ton for coming over. I know we're just about out of time, but I love talking with you guys a ton. You guys are a riot. You guys are a lot of fun. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
It's an honor.
It really
do
is
this
an
with
honor.
you.
Well, you guys, like I just said it, you guys are amazing. Love having a bunch of our awesome partners on this podcast. Anyway, so yeah, if you haven't gone out and watched that case study about the gym, be sure to go and do that. The gym is good. It's just so cool seeing everything that that goes on in it, and what PDK helps to be able to make it run the way it runs.
Rock Fitness.
Rock Fitness.
Farmersville,
Yep, Farmersville, Texas.
Maryland. She's an amazing person.
She really is.
Yeah, the lady was awesome.
Yeah. So another cool thing, for dealers who are watching this, if you want to be featured on a case study coming up, be sure to send a email to marketing@ProdataKey.com. I want to hear about some of your installs. We've got some other cool ones we've been working on and are about to go fly out and do. So be sure to let us know, because ultimately that's one of the things that we love to do as a marketing team, is we love to put out that testimonial and have your guys' end users and you guys telling people why you love PDK. So marketing@ProdataKey.com. Send over any information that you can. I'd love to talk a little bit more about it with you, all of you guys. But anyways, we are out of time today on this week's episode. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to this podcast, leave it a 5-star rating, and then be sure to comment and let us know if there's anything in particular that you were looking to learn. But anyways, guys, thank you a ton for joining. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.